Saw a video last night, Why All the Discrimination and Hate of Gays by Wolfwing. And this whole thing with the Boy Scouts of America and the way they have for 103 years treated, I have to assume they single kids out and decide whether or not the kid is gay or not, and then kick them out. I mean, I'm sure there are some kids that get involved with the Cub Scouts or whatever, or want to get involved with the Cub Scouts and are declined because they already know that they're gay. But how many kids know when they're Cub Scouts? You know, most boys don't even think about that kind of stuff when they're little. And so what happens? The scout leader decides that so-and-so walks just a little too feminine or talks just a little too feminine and gets to have the right to kick him out because he's not manly enough. For 103 years, the Boy Scouts of America has been allowed in the United States of America to discriminate against one select perceived, I mean, it's not even like a guarantee that the kid is gay. I mean, if the Cub Scout leader or the Boy Scout leader decides that so-and-so is gay, the kid's out. Oh, and then I saw another video yesterday where they were saying, well, if we let them in, then we're going to have to start having separate bathrooms for them, da-da-da-da-da. Sounds to me like the excuse that they used for years to keep women out of the military. And half the population of this country was denied the right to serve our country just because of what's between our legs. We were denied the right to proudly serve and defend our country. And the excuse was, well, we can't have... we'd have to put special bathrooms on the submarines or whatever for them, or on the ships for them. Ooh, too bad. So here's my question. A guy is a guy, whether or not he likes guys or likes women. He's still a guy, and I don't know, probably has an equal desire to get the I don't know anything about scouting. I was a campfire girl back in the day. And here's another thing, campfire manages to include boys in with and it's co-ed now. They can do that. And those are two completely opposite genders, and they can do that. But the Boy Scouts of America can't have any guys that are just a little too feminine or perceived to be a little too feminine or whatever. Why is discrimination allowed at all in this country? Why has it been allowed for 103 years? I'm sorry, just because churches are the majority sponsor of it, why is this permitted? Why is it permitted for grown adults or a pack of kids in a Cub Scout troop? Why is it permitted for them to gang up on some kid just because he might walk differently or talk differently or just seem whatever their bigoted idea of what a gay person is? I think it's disgusting that 103 years this has been tolerated in the United States, and that for 103 years we have a legacy of kids being ousted or outcast because of whatever trait that makes them branded or brands them as gay, whether or not they're gay. And even if they are gay, they're still guys. They still, I'm sure, have an equal desire to get the badges, to get whatever, to go on hikes and do whatever the hell. It's a part of boyhood. It's a part of the whole growing up experience. And we're going to deny some boys this because of who they might one day at some future date want to sleep with. You don't even know if those kids are going to grow, if they're going to make it to adulthood to then make the decision who they're going to sleep with. But anyway, it just angers me that that this kind of discrimination is tolerated. And then it's like, oh my God, we're actually proud of our legacy of hatred. Oh, we can't hate and be discriminate and pick on some guys anymore because they're gay or we think they're gay. So we're gonna go start our own separate Boys for Faith or whatever group over here. What about gay guys who are also religious? I have a friend who's Catholic. He's very devout Catholic. He comes to work, he's got the ash on his forehead and everything. He is as Catholic can be, and he's also gay. What about homosexual guys who want to be in Scouts who are religious? Can they be in Boys for Faith or whatever the hell you're going to call it? Hitler's Youth? That would be a better name for it. No, you can't be, you can't, why, this is what I want to know. Why do religions need to hate so much? Why are they, it's like they look through their Bible for justification for their hatreds. And then they hold it up proudly. Look, it says right here in this one verse, it's okay for us to hate these people. It even says we could kill them if we want to. Oh, and then Christians want to call their religion loving, or Muslims want to call their religion peaceful. I don't want to stray too far into that because I don't really know anything about Islam, but they seem to have their hatreds too. It seems to me when I look at religion, I see people who love to hate, and of course there's exceptions to that. I happen to know some very wonderful, loving, kind, giving Christian people. But then you have these fundamentalist Christians that are just, oh my God, they're going to stop our wonderful opportunity that we've managed to enjoy for 103 years to persecute and ridicule and humiliate and embarrass children by outcasting them and denying them the right to be boys and have the scouting experience just because of who they might sleep with someday, or who they might, or how they walk or talk, or how we perceive them. We want to have that right. We want to be able to outcast children who we don't think fit in. We want to have that right. So we want to run over here and start our own special hate group. Okay, I've had my rant. I'm really pushing it on the time. I still have some things to do upstairs with my birds, and then I have to catch my bus. So I'm going to cut this short. But I've had this rant in me for a day since I saw Wolfwing's little video yesterday. Why all the discrimination and hate of gays? Good question. Why? They're people. Gay people are people. We're all human beings. Why is it about religion that has to hate so much? Why is that? And then they claim that Satan is the evil one. You know, I look at it as God made Satan, God made hell, and God is the wellspring from which all hatred comes from. So, whatever, you can keep your hatred. I'm glad to be free of the religion.